Hey guys, welcome back to another Sports Stuff video. Today, I'm going to be talking about Week 3 of Nick's Picks of the Week for the 2024 NFL season. Going over last week and predicting this week. So if you guys do enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this video. If you can't tell, I'm fighting a sickness right now. That's why I haven't really recorded this video ahead of time. I'm recording this Wednesday night at 12:30 at night. So I apologize. I've been fighting this sickness all week. I finally feel good enough to talk for 15-20 minutes without coughing, sneezing. If I do have the cough or sneeze, you'll see a cut in the video. But so this is what ended up happening last week, and here is what I thought would happen last week. So as you can see, the Bills, Jets, Jags, Ravens, Steelers, and Chiefs would win. What ended up happening was the Steelers, Raiders beat the Ravens, Browns beat the Jags, Jets, Bills. So I only got the Browns and Raiders wrong for the AFC side. I said that the Browns were the team that I thought could win, but I was so, I didn't want to pick the home teams because they're the home team. I thought the Jags were the better team headed in. But there were a lot of injuries on the defense. I said that in the video that, there's a lot of injuries on their defense, so we'll see what happens. But I ultimately put the Jaguars as my win. And Ravens off a week and a half bye, they still lost to the Raiders. That was a really big upset. So that's something you couldn't predict. Yeah, so AFC, I only got 2 wrong. Not too mad about that. AFC versus NFC, I had Colts, Chargers, Seahawks, Texans winning. Obviously, Packers did end up beating the Colts. Anthony Richardson had one of his bad games. That's the thing with a young quarterback who's only 18 starts in his career. Since high school, only 18 starts. He's gonna have up and downs still. He has crazy talent, crazy potential, but he's gonna have ups and downs. So the Packers did end up winning. The Chargers obviously blew up the Panthers. That's a free gimme. The Seahawks beat the Patriots. I'll take it. And the Texans did beat the Bears. I also predicted that. So moving on to the NFC only. I had the 49ers winning and then the home teams winning. Obviously, that is not what happened. The Vikings, Sam Darnold, just somehow destroyed the San Francisco 49ers. The New Orleans Saints continue to impress me. I'm sorry. I said this last week. I am wrong. Saints, you proved me wrong. I will no longer just talk crap about you and say, oh, whatever, they're going to lose. I apologize. Y'all are for real. At least for the first few weeks of the season. Y'all are for real. I apologize. So, Saints, you beat the Cowboys. Good job. The Commanders did beat the Giants. Good on them. I think it was field goals only that entire game as well. Buccaneers beat the Lions. That was a little shocking watching that game live. The fact that Dan Campbell threw it to Jahmyr Gibbs 3 times in a row, inside of the inside the red zone, not at the out either. He was middle of the field, so the clock kept running. You threw 3 straight Jahmyr Gibbs checkdowns. Not using your wide receivers. You don't know how to use Sam Laporta all of a sudden this year. Don't know what's going on in Detroit, but they got to get that offense fixed. Cardinals, I said the Cardinals, man, they're my team this year. They're my sneaky team that can honestly make a playoff run. Is the Arizona Cardinals. Then the Falcons did end up beating the Eagles. I think I had in that video that this is one of my games that could go either way. Falcons, they able to squeeze that out. Kirk Cousins had an amazing drive to end that game, and they beat the Eagles. So yeah, overall, I got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games wrong. That's not okay. That is not okay. I've got to get better. So now that we're going into week 3, let me get a little bit better. Patriots at Jets. I'm going Patriots at Jets. The Patriots just lost, a heartbreaker against the Seattle Seahawks. I thought they really had it, but Geno Smith's turned something on. The Jets still don't know how to use Garrett Wilson with Aaron Rodgers. They're still figuring that out. The Patriots, Jacoby Brissett, their running game, they're doing everything they can. This Jets defensive line is really struggling right now. So I think the Patriots arguably get a hold of the Jets and win this game. The Chargers against the Steelers, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers as well. The Chargers are my sneaky team as well in the AFC West. I don't, the Steelers defense is probably the hardest defense they've gone up against so far this year. But this running game is for real. The way they scheme it is for real. Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater are one of the best tackle pairings in the NFL. Joe Alt is an amazing rookie so far. Rashawn Slater is one of the best left tackles in the game. I really think that the Los Angeles Chargers, man, they're for real this year. They might make a playoff spot. They're gonna try and make a playoff push. The outside receivers, we saw Quentin Johnston finally turn on and and really become something last week. Get 2 touchdowns after 0 all of last year, and they were impressive touchdowns too. Yeah, I think the Los Angeles Chargers, I think they can easily win this game. I do see a world where the Steelers offense turns on and maybe they score 2 or 3 touchdowns alongside Boswell, who's having the best year of his career so far. Like starts to a year. But I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Chargers. I feel like they're more on an upturn with their offense, right? Then for the Jaguars at Bills, I'm gonna go Bills again. They're gonna be on a week and a half bye basically. They played Thursday night football, then they're playing Monday night, so they get literally 10 or 11 days of rest. The Jaguars only get what, 8 days? I think it's 8 days of rest, so they get an extra 2 or 3 days of rest compared to the Jaguars and the Bills. I think James Cook is right now playing better than ETN. I think ETN's a better player, but I think James Cook is the hot hand. The plethora of receiving options that the Bills have, they're actually getting them involved. Unlike Trevor Lawrence, who has the plethora, but isn't getting them all involved. And as well as the defense, they got guys who are still injured. This Bills defense with Von Miller back and healthy and playing good ball. I think this Bills team as well is one of the best we've seen in the last few years because they're not force-feeding Stephon Diggs, right? They're playing the hot hand. Who's going to catch this ball? Boom, get it down. And Josh Allen is playing the best ball of his career so far. So I'm going to go the Buffalo Bills. Then we got Packers at Titans. I am going to Green Bay Packers. I think Malik Willis does win this game against his former team. I think they're going to do the exact same thing they did last week against the Colts. Is let the defense do its thing. Malik Willis, don't turn the ball over. Let's win through the run game, and let's try and only do a couple of passes that are needed on third down, and maybe get you a throwing touchdown. But use your legs, use Josh Jacobs, use Marshawn Lloyd, and use its defense to win this game. The Titans, I just think that Will Levis is getting clocked out by Brian Callahan. I think Brian Callahan is realizing the limitations Will Levis has. His decision-making has been questionable. They've lost 2 games in a row because of Will Levis. I just think that this is going to be the game where the Green Bay Packers beat the Tennessee Titans just because they're a better defense against a worse quarterback. Texans at Vikings, surprisingly, is a game that I don't think should be close, but it's going to be close. I'm going to go the Minnesota Vikings. Listen, I think the 49ers defense is one of the best defenses in the league. I think that the Texans are up there, right? They're probably a B+, A- defense right now, and the 49ers coming into the season would have been a A to A+ defense. The Vikings diced them up. Sam Darnold diced them up. I think, at least for one more week, the Sam Darnold magic is going to keep going. Now, Justin Jefferson did leave the game last week, so let me actually just check real quick. Is Justin Jefferson on the injury report? I'm already on Sleeper, my fantasy app. So I'm just going to type in Justin Jefferson. Let's see, is Justin Jefferson out at all for the Houston game? So he is limited at practice. They say he should play. Okay, so he's gonna play. So he has his number 1 target. Jordan Addison, I believe, is on IR. But listen, you got Justin Jefferson, you got Aaron Jones. Sam Darnold is doing amazing ball right now. I think that Vikings could squeeze out another win under Sam Darnold. And the Texans, listen, you got 2 easier opponents in the first 2 weeks. This Vikings defense with Brian Flores is very good. Very good. Like, he finally has the personnel he's wanted the last year or two, and they're all playing immensely right now. Like, I don't think there is a weak link in this defense right now. Ivan Pace is playing amazing. Byron Murphy's playing amazing. Harrison Smith is playing amazing. It's just good, right? Like, this defense is playing good. Offense is playing good. So is the Texans. But I think this Brian Flores-led defense can do enough to hinder the weapons that the Texans have. And Sam Darnold, listen, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Sam Darnold is going to outplay C.J. Stroud. I think that Brian Flores' defense is right now is playing better, right? It's just playing better. Next up, we got the Bears at Colts. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. The Bears, it's tough. You know, you start 1-2 with Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams is struggling right now. He still thinks he's playing college ball. He's making a lot of throws that he shouldn't even be attempting. Multiple turnovers on bad plays that he should, just take a sack or throw the ball away. He's throwing it downfield in the triple coverage because he was able to get away with that in the Pac-12. You're not getting away with that in the NFL. You're just not. So I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. I think this defense for the Bears is better than the Packers defense currently. I think there's just better players at every level. Now that the Packers defense is playing better as a unit, but the Bears defense has more star potential. So we'll see what that does to the Indianapolis Colts. They have a lot of weapons, though. A really good OC, really good play caller. So I'll be excited to see what the Colts can do on a rebound after a loss. I don't see Shane Steichen's offense not doing well again. You know what I mean? I don't see that happening. I think they'll have a rebound week where they come back and beat the Bears, maybe by 4 points, 3 points, not a big win margin, but but enough to get them, hey, we're back on track, Next up, we have the Broncos at Buccaneers. I'm going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Listen, man, after last week against the Lions, the defense played well under Todd Bowles. Liam Cohn is doing really good with Baker Mayfield right now. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, really good running back room of just rotational guys. There's not a lot you can say that's bad about the Buccaneers right now. They're playing hot. The Broncos, Bo Nix is really struggling. Shocker. Bo Nix is really struggling. There's not really a lot of weapons for him to throw the ball to. The run game isn't being able to get established. The defense isn't too bad. The Broncos defense is not playing too bad. But I'm sorry. I'm out on the Broncos until they prove me wrong. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. This could be a blowout. This could be a blowout by 14, 17 points to where they might pull Baker Mayfield in the fourth quarter. That's how bad I think this could get. Next up, we have the Giants at Browns. I'm going Browns. Giants are about to get demolished at home. At home, that Browns home defense. Oh, yeah, no, the Giants are gone. The Browns home defense is number one in the league the last year and a half. Last year and into this year, when we've been playing at home, as Browns defense has been lights out. Now, can the offense be lights out? We don't know. But Deshaun Watson played better last week. Amari Cooper, hopefully he gets over whatever yips he has, dropping the ball. Same with Elijah Moore. Jerry Jeudy keeps playing well. David Njoku might be back as well. We'll see. But the running backs are playing okay. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns, beating the New York Giants, going 2-1. Woohoo. That's awesome. Next up, we have the Dolphins at Seahawks. I am going to Seattle Seahawks. They're starting Skylar Thompson at quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. If it was Tua, I'd probably go with the Dolphins. But Tua, after that injury, I don't think he's playing for the next couple of weeks. They're saying maybe week 7, week 8 he comes back. So the Dolphins with Skylar Thompson, you're going to be on, you're going to be losing a lot of games by me, predicting games. So going with the Seahawks. Defense played amazing against the Patriots last week. Geno Smith really turned it on. Since coming over to the Seattle Seahawks, he's never had below a 68% completion percentage. Throws over 250 yards a game. 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. Geno is him. I'm going to Seattle Seahawks. Panthers at Raiders. I'm going to go to Raiders. I'm tempted to go with the Panthers because of Andy Dalton is now starting at quarterback. But I want to believe that it's not a Bryce Young issue. It's an offense issue. If Andy Dalton struggles this week, it's an offense issue. If Andy Dalton balls out this week, it's a Bryce Young issue. So I'm going to give hope to Bryce Young and say it's an offense issue that they need to solve, whether it's the offensive line, the run game protection, whatever it is. I'm going to go to Las Vegas Raiders. They just upset the Baltimore Ravens. They're coming off a really good game. The spirits are really high. They're going to carry that over into an easier opponent and blow them out. Is that okay? Is that okay? I think that's very fair. That they're going to take that hot hand they just got of whooping the Ravens' butts and moving it over to the next game. Next up, we have Ravens at Cowboys. Both teams lost games they were supposed to win. I am going to go to Dallas Cowboys. Baltimore Ravens starting 0-3. I know it's crazy. Listen, I said this preseason. Derrick Henry's not the same Derrick Henry of old. He's not. Last year, we saw the decline. He had like 3 yards a carry. We saw the decline. He got stuffed. This Dallas Cowboys defense has Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa Odighizuwa, and the D tackle is Mazi Smith from Michigan. This defensive line for the Cowboys with Eric Kendricks, Derrick Henry ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. Lamar Jackson's got to make everything happen by himself. Whether through the air or through the ground, it's going to be Lamar Jackson wins on this game. I don't think Lamar can do it again. He almost did it week 1 against the Chiefs. Didn't happen because his guys let him down. Trying to do it last week. Didn't happen. His guys let him down. I think Lamar Jackson yet again is going to try and do it. It's not going to happen. His guys are going to let him down. They don't have a wide receiver they trust outside of Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is getting double teamed. Mark Andrews is horrible right now off of injury. Coming back from injury last year, it looks like he's scared to catch the ball and get contact. I would too. The issue is you're getting paid a lot of money. You're the number 1 tight end. Isaiah Likely didn't really get played a whole lot last week. Wasn't targeted a whole lot. I didn't really like that. Hopefully they adjust it. But Mark Andrews has got to play better. Zay Flowers is getting double teamed. Nelson Aguilar is starting for this wide receiver core. Lamar doesn't have the weapons to win. He doesn't. I think the Cowboys are going to rebound. They have a better defense. They go up against this offense, right? I think Derrick Henry's going to get stuffed. I think Lamar's going to have to do everything by himself again. I just don't know if he can do it again by himself. That's why I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. I hope I'm wrong. I love Lamar. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope Lamar comes out and wins this. But I just don't see it happening. I don't. Sorry, I had to go cough up a lung real quick. Next up, we have the Chiefs at Falcons. This might be closer than some people think, man. Chiefs at Falcons is tough. That's tough. The Falcons, man, if they play like they did last week, good defense, offense when it matters, they could win this game. I'm gonna go Chiefs though. I think going Chiefs is fair, right? This is my game where it can go either way right now. Man, that's tough. I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs. If I put money on it, I'm going Chiefs, right? If I want the for sure bet, I'm going Chiefs. So I'm gonna go Chiefs, thinking it can go Falcons though. Like I would not be surprised when I do this video next week. I say, man, I should have picked Falcons. I think the Falcons can win this game. Same thing. Commanders at Bengals. I'm gonna go Commanders, but I think the Bengals can win. So the Commanders, their offense isn't in sync right now, right? But the Bengals, same with them. Offense is not in sync. Yes, they played really well against the Chiefs. They played well enough to win. They didn't win. But the Commanders are playing something special, right? They're winning no matter however they can, right? They're winning whatever way they can. It's hard, man. Like they can win on the ground, they can score on the ground, score in the air, score only by defense and special teams. The Bengals are struggling right now. No T. Higgins, no secondary threat. There's a whole lot of checkdowns and tight ends. Tanner Hudson, Eric All. Jamar Chase is getting double teamed because there's no T. Higgins. Beat us by using tight ends. And they're getting killed that way. They're 0-2 right now because of that. I think the Commanders, Dan Quinn, can do the exact same thing. Double team Jamar Chase. Beat us with Trent Irwin and Andre Yoshivas. Beat us with Tanner Hudson and Eric All. You're not beating us with number one over there. And I think that's exactly what's going to end up happening is the Commanders win because they keep covering Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow's going to want to force feed the ball to Jamar Chase. Boom, interception. So I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders. Bold pick. I'm going Commanders. Oh my gosh, there's 3 more games that are so hard to pick. I don't want to be wrong. I know all these games could go either way. I'm going Saints. I'm doing it. Saints. I swear to God. If the one time I give you guys credit and think you're going to win a game and you lose by 20, never again. I'm choosing against you all season no matter what. The Eagles are beatable. No A.J. Brown. Only Devontae Smith. Jahan Dotson, yes, but he's not really being targeted. They're targeting Britton Covey more than him. Saquon and Jalen. Offensive line's not as good as it was. The Saints are playing hot, man. This Eagles defense is playing bad. No premier pass rusher right now. Linebackers are rough. Secondary looking rough. I think the Saints can win this game. I think they can win the game. I think they can. Listen, man, this might be the Saints' year to win a division and maybe make a deep playoff run. Randomly. Out of nowhere, randomly make a deep playoff run. I'm going to New Orleans Saints. Oh, I feel really dirty doing that. Next up, Rams and 49ers. I'm going to 49ers. The Rams have so many injuries stacking up right now, man. Their entire offensive line is hurt. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are hurt. You're going to see a whole lot of Tutu Atwell and Jordan Whittington. As a Jordan Whittington Dynasty fantasy owner, yes, I love Jordan Whittington. That man is beautiful. So I'm going to go the Rams losing to the 49ers who rebound after losing to the Vikings. They're also without George Kittle and Deebo Samuel, I believe. But Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, Jordan Mason, that's good enough to win against the depleted Rams roster right now. Next, we have the Lions at Cardinals. It pains me to do it. I'm going to Detroit Lions. I love the Cardinals. I love Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's been one of my guys since he's been drafted. I have him almost every year in fantasy. I don't have him in Dynasty, which hurts me because I love Kyler Murray. He's in my non-Dynasty league every year, though. Listen, Kyler, prove me wrong and win this game. But I don't think the Detroit Lions win back-to-back games. I lose back-to-back games. I think they stay in the divisional race. If they go 1-2, they're basically out of the race for at least 4 or 5 weeks to win the division. So I think they have to win this game to stay in the race, right? They have to stay close to the Vikings. And I think they have all the weapons still healthy. Everyone's healthy. They just had a bad game against the Buccaneers, bad play calling. As Dan Kimball said, the players didn't fail me. The coach failed the players. The play calling failed the players. So I think better play calling, they win. The Cardinals, I think they can win this game. I really do. But I'm going to go the Detroit Lions. If the Cardinals can somehow pull this off, though, I'm going to be majorly impressed. But yeah, that is my prediction for this upcoming week. I got Patriots beating the Jets, Chargers beating the Steelers, Jags losing to the Bills, Packers over the Titans, Vikings over the Texans, Colts over the Bears, Buccaneers over the Broncos, Browns over the Giants, Seahawks over the Dolphins, Raiders over the Panthers, Cowboys over the Ravens, Chiefs over the Falcons, Commanders over the Bengals, Saints over the Eagles, 49ers over the Rams, Lions over the Cardinals. So that would mean the teams who are undefeated and in top of their division, Chargers are 3-0, Chiefs are 3-0, they're in the playoffs. Raiders are 2-1, just outside of the playoffs. Bills are 3-0, second seed. Patriots are 2-1, sixth seed. Dolphins and Jets not in the picture. Texans are 2-1, everyone else is not in the playoff picture. Browns would then be atop of the AFC North at 2-1, Steelers 2-1, Bengals and Ravens 0-3. I don't see that happening. I really don't. I think the Ravens do beat the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys have more to prove to win this game. They have more firepower, right? Next, on the NFC side, Vikings are 3-0, Lions are 2-1, they're the 1-6 seed. Packers are 2-1 as well. Bears are 1-2. Saints and Buccaneers are 3-0. Falcons are 1-2. Seahawks and 49ers 3-0. Seahawks 2-1. 49ers. Commanders are 2-1. Cowboys are 2-1. Man, this would be crazy. Imagine saying this preseason that I would have it ranked like this. 3 weeks in, Vikings are undefeated, Chargers undefeated, Seahawks undefeated, Saints undefeated. Oh hell no, I'd never have the Saints undefeated. Vikings undefeated. Crazy, man. NFL this year is crazy. But yeah, so I want to show you guys what those odds would look like on an actual betting app. Since I'm not sponsored by anyone, I will not be saying what the two I'm using are. But yeah, I'm using two different apps to be showing you what those odds are in those two different apps. So this one is, what is that? 1,191,285. That are the odds. Plus 1,191,285 odds for all 16 to hit. I bet $1. Again, I only bet $1 at most in each bet. You're going to see on the next bet, I didn't even do a full dollar. I never do more than $1 on a bet. I do $5 a weekend. Please, guys, bet responsibly. Do not bet more than you can lose. I bet at most $5 a weekend, and I don't bet outside of NFL seasons. But yeah, $1 for $11,000. It's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, that's crazy odds. I do a lot of $1 like moonshots, right? 1 for 1 million, 1 for 800,000, 1 for 11,000. Man, that's probably the lowest odds I've ever actually put on. So to me, this is possible. This is possible. But yeah, so that is from this one app. From the other app, here's those odds. Plus 1 million. Okay, better odds, 95,293. So those are better odds from this app. I only put 60 cents on for $6,500. Not bad. Not bad, man. That is not bad at all. Only 60% of this bet I put on. Again, those are the two odds, 1.1 million and 1 million to hit all 16. Why did I do the exact same bet just with different odds? I don't know. I have an issue sometimes, but I thought it'd be fun to see what the different apps would be. But yeah, that's it. Please bet responsibly. Don't bet at all. Don't bet more than you can lose. Yeah. And again, I'm not sponsored, so I'm not going to say their names. All right. If you guys enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified when I post next. I'll probably have another video coming out this weekend talking about coordinators and coaches. I'll be very excited to make that video. I've been wanting to talk about that video for a while. Finally have enough idea of how I want to make it to really make it. So watch out for another video. I'll see you guys later. Peace and bye.